Viewer discretion is advised. NANI?!
Showdown emphasizes creativity. Well, at least it used to. Don't believe me? Let's take a trip back to the past to National Dex Anything Goes. Sure, it's always been chaotic and or very cursed with miracles running around alongside the omnipresent beggar Rayquaza, but over time, we have developed our own unique and funny strategies that actually took effort to make and worked like a charm. For example, a Coal Mine Ultra Necrozma set, Surf Rayquaza to counter Primal Groudon, and the Max Health Trick Room Kyogre strap. Not just that, we have Weakness Policy Duskmane Necrozma, Dual Status Arceus forms, even Dynamax Weakness Policy Yveltal, Lugia, and more could work. Also, setting up a Zygarde may have been probably the slowest thing to grace the meta, but it was still diverse nonetheless. The point is, it was creative and read-based. Wait, where did those things come from? Ethanol, I really don't want to do this.
Wait, what? You said you wanted to make yet another project on Pokemon.
Dude, I was spending the entire intro talking about the creativity needed to play Pokemon in your own special and enjoyable way, and all you have is this?
This was your idea. I'm the guy following you here.
Yeah, but I never thought we were talking about the Galaxy Brain Pokemon, and all that thing has is just brainless spam.
Well, you said it would be fun to make another How It Feels video. Guess what the script is about today?
What does that have to do with... Oh. Well, I deviated from the script so much.
Look, my guy, we're just talking about how fun it is to play Pokemon in your own personal and creative way. Don't get so mad about it.
Okay. Let's do this.
Ah yes, where were we? Oh, about the Galaxy Brain Pokemon itself, CALYREX. Bad joke aside, CALYREX has been quite influential, but only in the Ober tier.
On the topic of normal form CALYREX, we don't talk about that. It's pathetic. Seriously, base 80s is very bad, and that's not even considering CALYREX's horrid move pool. It only has Draining Kiss as a coverage move, alongside every other stat move it has. I mean, base 95 wasn't enough to get Silvally out of NU, let alone our poor big brain rabbit friend here.
Well, now onto its fusion forms. First off, the meme lord Pokemon itself, CALYREX Shadow Rider. Ironically enough, this is the most brain-dead Pokemon ever seen in the competitive meta. Seriously, Game Freak? You put a 120 base power stab moves with no drawback onto a Pokemon which has base 165 special attack and 150 speed, an ability that gives it a +1 in special attack when it kills another Pokemon? The result is that all CALYREX Shadow Riders players do, given the opportunity, is spam Astral Barrage. Despite seemingly hindered by its defensive typing of Sucking of Ghost, which has a crippling weakness to, you guessed it, Ghost and Dark. CALYREX just so happens to have an amazing partner for singles in its physically hard-hitting dog friend, Zacian. What is it with Gen 8 legendaries being so broken?
Without a good hazard setter or paralysis spreader like Zygarde, your team will die quickly and painfully. Even the mighty Arceus can't stand up to this core, despite countering CALYREX hard with paralysis, because Zacian's is just coming on a predicted judgment and needed with either close combat for normal and dark forms, or wild charge for a favorite watery form. The only quote-unquote safe check to both of them simultaneously is Arceus Grass. And with Pedons and Yveltals running around, don't expect it to live for long either. Speaking of Yveltal, the weakest policy Dynamax abusing Yveltal shown in my first video now almost always appears as a boots variant, using its Dark Aura ability and Max Airstream speed boosts when Dynamax to outplay CALYREX, as well as packing Heat Wave on rarer Life Orb variants to smack Zacian. And considering how common the poor horse dog combo is, guess what? Yveltal is everywhere. Way more than pre-Clown Tundra National Dex Anything Goes.
Lastly, on the topic of CALYREX, it is way too broken for its own good. It one-shots CALYREX after 2 boosts, let alone the rest of the tier. Not only that, but most of these CALYREXes run Substitute, allowing for all kinds of bluffs. Which leads into Sash CALYREXes. They are way more common, so getting up rocks potentially allows you to get a revenge kill on the revenge killer itself. But if the CALYREX player has a defogger or a spinner on their side and Sash activates, you're in for a world of pain. Scarf, or to an extent Specs CALYREX, are rarer variants than the previous 2, but were once the face of the meta for a brief moment of time, further exacerbating the need of paralysis. This even brought back Tyranitar, forced up by Zacians, back onto Anything Goes stall teams, just to counter CALYREX, and obviously bring along another Quagsire. What? Okay then. Moving on. Marshadow, ever present as always, just blows CALYREX into Shadow Realm with its Technician boosted Shadow Sneak. The one drawback of this strategy is when CALYREX sees up its Dynamax. Marshadow just can't bring CALYREX down with one Shadow Sneak with its Dynamax, and when CALYREX eats that Mind Smash Storm at you and sets up Psychic Terrain, it's pretty much game at that point. As stated, the counters to CALYREX are bulky paralysis setters, really niche Pokemon, and those with priority against it. But when you stick the big free of Ubers onto the same team, aka Yveltal, Zacian, and CALYREX, as an event national as anything goes, Mega Rayquaza, Necrozma Dusty, and an Arceus form, just brace yourself. The prominence of this core has led to some niche sets, including a weakness policy Zekrom set its particularly easy to outbeat CALYREX Shadow Rider Web Scarf by 1 sweep after out plus 1 max airstream boost. I totally didn't rip this up of Ryan, please forgive me. And 52 health EVs to better live that draining kiss on CALYREX.
Wait, when was this about CALYREX's counters? Wasn't how it feels?
There's way too much to talk about today. Well, so far, all we've talked about is CALYREX Shadow Rider's competitive viability. But when it comes to how it feels, despite CALYREX being the Galaxy Brain Pokemon, the only Galaxy Brain plays you are making on this thing is setting up a substitute on a predicted Sucker Punch. That's it. It's that brain dead. Not even Zygarde came to this level of repeated button mashing, despite only having one attacking move. Although I'll have to admit, after using it for a while, it is kinda satisfying watching everything get vaporized before your very eyes. It certainly feels utterly satisfying.
Hey!
What happened, my guy?
I don't know for sure, but you certainly were in a weird trance on CALYREX being fun to play.
Wait, what? I literally just said CALYREX was brain dead. Alright, I'll get back on track. Sure, there are many diverse ways to play this dumb Pokemon, and a lot of them are decently fun, I'll admit. The problem arises in just how spammable the same set is. When everyone runs CALYREX, they run the same set, just for convenience. So, everyone runs Yveltal or any other special wall, which should prove just enough on how spammable the same set is. So give the others and yourself a chance. Let them and yourself have some fun, original battles by not using CALYREX Shadow Rider all the time. Alright, on to CALYREX's funky little brother, the Ice Rider form. This CALYREX form is truly fun. Huh? What? Oh, okay. As I was saying, CALYREX Ice Rider is obviously a Trick Room Pokemon with an abyssal 50 base speed stat. However, its defenses and attack are gigantic, making up for its other flaws. Pair of the ability to learn Trick Room and slapping on some boots for 0 chip damage, and you've got a horse to be reckoned with. Another bad joke aside, with all the dragons and special walls, this Ice Horse Rider is sure to rip some big holes into the opposing team with that 130 base power no drawback signature move, Glacial Lance.
Isn't that worse than Astral Barrage?
Who cares? At least it isn't CALYREX Shadow Rider.
Wait, but isn't it still CALYREX?
Well, isn't it still fun? Tell me, Ditto, how many times have you failed at using CALYREX Shadow Rider? Well, how much fun have you had with CALYREX Ice Rider? Who says two can't play at the same game?
Fair point, but they're both...
You don't get it, this glue smells amazing! Oh my god, I cannot stress enough how cool it is to break through walls with CALYREX Ice Rider's insane attack. Nothing can stand up to it after it gets 2 boosts. I mean, it's basically Crocodile. And where can you go wrong with Crocodile? It OHKO's Ho-Oh at +2. Ho-Oh! Do you hate Stow or not? Tell me!
Jeez, calm down, mate. There's no difference between the two forms' roles. You're saying gray is black and white at the same time.
And I'm loving every second of it! CALYREX Ice Rider is the epitome of an adrenaline rush. Once you get going, it never stops. Not like that pathetic CALYREX Shadow Rider, which pathetically gets OHKO'd by priority. Once Trick Room is up, almost nothing can stand to its monstrous moves. Paired with Chilling Neigh, it can yeet even the greatest defensive wall, killing max defensive Ho-Oh at +2. You hear me? You cannot stop it!
Ugh. Get over here.
Well, what happened? Wait, it's 11 a.m.? How long did I sleep for?
Dude, you got hypnotized. It's a miracle you retained your sanity.
Wait, hold up. What happened? Did I go in a coma or something? What?
No, but you really need to get your mind out of the gutter. Yes, CALYREX spamming seems to be broken, but you're completely vulnerable in almost every way. The only team you're going to get is a team you were trashing anyway.
Huh? What do you mean? Isn't Ditto one of the best CALYREX counters out there?
Actually, you have a point. I mean, if it works on Zacian, it'll work on CALYREX too.
Definitely. However, copying a Ice Rider under Trick Room will, kill you.
In conclusion, let's stay out of this horsey business. In short, CALYREX is brain dead and does no good for both sides.
Except if you copy that exact CALYREX and bring Doom onto the opposing team.
Dude, how many times do I have to tell you CALYREX corrupts the mind?
But it's not.
I said it is, and my point stands. Actually, no, it doesn't suck. It's just that we're anti-meta and despise CALYREX. The point is, yes, you can play with it, but don't rely on the thing like a holy grail or be-all end-all solution. Remember, team coordination is important, and a psychic ghost Pokemon is still very vulnerable. I mean, just look at Donwing Necrozma. That typing is always going to suck.
We'll be honest here, using CALYREX has made most of us brain dead. It's versatile, but too tempting for its worth.
Lastly, just be careful of your Veltal coming to ruin CALYREX's day. With that being said, Happy New Year, and here's to 2021 not being absolute rubbish.